Good evening everyone and welcome to another tournament stream. Woo! Today I will be streaming Ikra versus Serenity, Ikra versus Raid and Ikra versus Pink. And a lot is going to be riding on this because they all need the points in order to make it through to the top 4. So first, a bit of house cleaning out of the way. This is by the way the matches that we're going to get. But yeah, house cleaning, there's a 3-minute delay on the stream. That is to avoid any stream sniping. That also means that the first time that a room is up, I will not go in there until the time has dropped below 3 minutes. There are no rewards for watching this stream. You only get epic gameplay, that's your only reward here. And if you enjoy the commentary, then that's of course a bonus. And last but not least, you are free to speak whatever language you want in the chat as long as I'll find the words eventually. As long as you're polite and civil. That's the one I was looking for. But do know that if you want to ask anything of me or you need my reply to anything, then you will have to ask it in English because I unfortunately cannot read Cyrillic. So that is basically house cleaning out of the way. And like I said, these are the matchups that we're going to see tonight. It's going to be a long stream, but it's going to be pretty epic. And I am looking forward to it. So basically, going back to the scoreboard here, this is the current scoreboard for the second round. This is the scoreboard for the first round. So you basically need to add those 2 points together, and it's still a bit confusing to me that Wargaming doesn't do that automatically. But yeah, we have APA with 9 points, we have Serenity with 9 points as well. Ikra currently has 7 points, BPS Spit Runnery has 5 points, BPS Gravitas has 4 points, Pink has 5 points, Jokes has 2 points, and Raid has 2 points as well. So after tonight we will know the top 4. We'll have to see if there's like a tie in points for 4th and 5th and everything. But yeah, we're just going to have fun with it. Matches should be epic. I'm really looking forward to this. Also very happy to be following Ikra because there's a lot depending on it for them. Because they need the points to ensure their position basically. And that's the case for most of the teams tonight. The top 8 is not set yet. The only ones that I believe are safe are Serenity and APA. And that means that we've got like 6 clans. Well, 2 of them Raid and Jokes pretty much have no chance anymore unless they get magical luck somehow. But yeah, that means that we have Ikra and Pink and both BPSs that are all duking it out for the 2 remaining spots. So, like I said, there's a lot depending on all of this. So I'm really excited for that. So much so that I'm actually like out of breath. In a way that, you know, that if you talk too much, you get too hyper, then your breathing goes really high and you don't really get air from all the way at the bottom of your lungs. And that actually makes you feel out of breath. And that's the kind of way that I'm feeling right now. Anyhow, 1 minute and 49 seconds left to go before we go into the first game of this evening. It is a best of 7, meaning that the first team to reach 4 victories is the one that gets the point. Serenity, of course, one of 2 clans that is pretty much comfortable and fairly certain to go through. I'm not certain if it's like 100% certain, or just like, yeah, with the way that they're playing, it's pretty much impossible for them to be knocked out. But I think it's like certain. So yeah, that means that for them this is a lot more relaxing to play because the pressure is off a little bit. At the same time, for Ikra, the pressure is definitely on. So a lot depends on tonight. Just over a minute left. Serenity now completely ready with 2 LTs, 2 Kraanwagens and 3 Type 71s, 4 Canal, and on Ikra's side we see 2 Leos, a Sheridan, 2 Type 71s, potentially a Batchet and a 60B. That is an interesting lineup though. Let's see. Also, like I said, I do see people speaking Cyrillic in the chat, and that is of course absolutely fine. But like I said, I will not be able to understand what you're saying. And there we go. Already. That lineup though from Ikra, that's gonna be hella interesting. Because these tanks, they're fast. And overall, they can pack a wallop together. But they're very juicy. And that's of course the big risk. And here we go. Let's see. Canal, one of my more favorite maps. I really like it mainly just because it's got 4 bases. Pretty big. And like most of the maps I find rather small. And this is one of the bigger ones and I love it for that. Mamkala uses a whirlybird. Big fan of that as well. And we have Yevgeny going for a spotting position. He spots Flytix. And we have the Leos holding in the base. Flytix takes a bit of a hit. Base C is being kept. Oh, Varta taking a hit there. And is not even capping the base right now. And look at what Spit is doing. Look at what Spit is doing. Look at this. What a cheeky thing to do. And he is getting shot for it. But Warta is being forced out of position. And is now behind the building, but lost quite a bit of HP for that. And more importantly, as it is, Ikra does not have a base yet. Psychopath Yevgeny also lost quite a bit of HP there. Is now capping the base. Let's see if Flytix is going to take a blind shot. He does, but he shoots to the side more. Dark side now being spotted as well. Big hit into Spit there. And that allows Warta to get out of there. But overall, that position from Spit though, that is such a cheeky thing to do. Dark side holding. Warta behind him. Waiting for a fix-it kit by the looks of it. Kame has been spotted, but so has Alpha. And now base A is being capped as well, and that gives Serenity a comfortable lead there. In points as well as HP. There's about 1500 HP between them. And especially the move on base B there by Spit made all the difference here. And of course, Varta being spotted a little bit early as well. They're blind shotting the place where the JLA is. Because he is getting spotted and I know there's some there. Nope, wrong spot. But now he's spotted, so now they know where he's at. And Darkside is getting shot at. Spit, Flytix. Now, actually they changed position. Flytix is having good support here. Spit moved a while back. But holding this position and holding A and C, because C is very difficult to cap and to steal. Flytix moving to a different position. Ikra stacking their tanks. Darkside loses a little bit of HP. But now you have the fast tanks from Ikra all getting spotted. They're blind shooting the bush that no one is at. Alpha loses a little bit of HP for it. Tackles decide to bzz the way out of there. And now we have Alpha being shot at. Not before he lands a cheeky shot there though. And Tackles is hightailing it out of there. Does get hit for it. And we have Alpha retreating. Tackles takes a hit. Alpha is safely behind the building. Tackles very low on HP. But manages to survive so far. Base C in the meantime is being stolen. Alpha gets taken out. That was a good reset that would definitely needed to happen. The Silva going after Kame. But now we have Fabon that has also been taken out. Flytix together with Da Silva. Flight is basically all over the map now. Taco's still alive. The JLA has been taken out. They still have 2 bases. Lego in trouble. Kame has been taken out. It is a close game. Lego and Spit both got taken out here. Flytix has protected base C. Oof, but there goes Tacos. Flytix missing that shot. It is 5 versus 2. Da Silva now getting spotted. Losing a lot of HP for that. And they are capping base C, sorry. Da Silva drives down. But with them having capped base C and now also stealing base A, there's no hope for Serenity, and the game will be for Ikra. Memkola dropping in quite literally. Da Silva has been spotted. There goes Flytix. Da Silva alive with a grand total of 26 HP, and there he brilliant. That was just beautiful. I will shoot as I jump and then jump to my death. Ah, beautiful. Not gonna lie, that was epic. But overall, beautifully played, and it looked like Serenity had like all the control for such a long time. And then Ikra just came and messed it all up. Well played. And that's the thing that I've noticed, that with the XCS teams, but also with APA. APA's done the same thing. That very cheeky thing where you seem like it seems all set, and then they do something unexpected. In this case though, I think Serenity lost it with the tanks that they left isolated near their spawn. Because that is where they lost the most guns, and they lost a lot of points and HP for that, because that also allowed base C to be taken, etc. It basically, like, that's the I don't know the English saying for that. But that was basically the start of the downward spiral for them, let's put it that way then. 40 seconds left to go before we go into the second game of this best of 7. Serenity now ready with 2 bad chats. 3 Type 71s in LT and a 60 TP versus potentially 1 bad chat. There we go. 5 Type 71s and a Leo. That's gonna be interesting though, because if those 2 bad chats from Serenity are together and clipping people together. But that's the thing though, we've had it quite a few times where the fast tanks do not actually stick together. And that's a pro and a con, because if you expect them somewhere together, then it's good for them if they're not both there. But at the same time, when in this case I feel that the strength is also partially in the clipping, then taking them away from each other is difficult. And let's see. Varta turning around. I'm going for an early C camp by the looks of it. Both the Sylph and Alpha get spotted. Memkola. Wow, that is a lot of HP to be lost that quickly. And they're keeping them from capping base C, to be fair, but at the same time, they lost a lot of HP doing that. Lego getting shot at. Oof. Now we have the types from Serenity. Spit, like, almost gone already. That is a lot of HP being lost within the first minute of the game. Lego now simply being pushed by Kame. This is probably going to be a very brawly game, I expect. Psychopath Yevgeny not even bothering to try and shoot Lego. Kame holding. He does take a big hit for that, but he should be able to outgun Lego here. There you go, he gets the kill. Tackles is running around. But they both lost so much HP for this though. Marta dropping down and reloading. Kame in trouble. Now we have, oof, Da Silva gets taken out. We have Psychopath basically now losing a lot of HP as well. Fabon gets taken out. There goes Spit. Tycho's on the other side being focused on by the Batchat. Gets taken out. This was a very aggressive game both ways. But this is where you saw that basically just a bit more armor and those Type 71s. And there you go. Elvar gets taken out as well. And the game is for Ikra. That was one of the most brutal games ever. Very cheeky little game. And I thought that Ikra had definitely made a misjudgment here. Pushing in like that, losing that much HP that quickly. But then the types from Serenity crossed over and they lost nearly a full tank worth of HP for crossing over there. One and a half minutes left to go before we go to Fort Despair. Also just want to give a special thanks to Dom and Mutsu in the chat for minding the chat for me. Massive appreciation from me there. Fort Despair, much smaller map, very different map, much more flat as well. Don't mind it in the games. Not particularly a fan of it in Supremacy, not Supremacy, in tour games I should say. But like in randoms versus the random potatoes, I don't mind it that much. Let's see. Ikra taking 3 IS-4s, a Yo, a 215B, a 60DP and 1 Type 71. Whereas on the other side we see 3 IS-4s, a Mouse. And let's see what the other 3 take. They have 23 seconds left. And let's see. No, God. They barely have any time for this. Tacos needs to ready up. 2 mice, 3 IS-4s, a Kranwagen, and an LT. Dear God. Don't do that to me, please. And let's see. Ikra focusing on the A-B side. Tackle's going there for a spot as well. Arriving there. And they know he's going to be there, they just don't know exactly where. He does spot 2 of them. Darkside and Tokonami. He's not spotted the rest though. But he is deciding that he doesn't want to be there anymore. Tokonami is taking a hit. All the corner goers have been spotted. Base C now in control of Serenity. And the mice are both holding there. One behind the castle, the other behind the rock. Tokonami takes more of a hit. Ikra playing it very aggressively, but Tokonami absorbing a lot of hits there. The JLA has been spotted. B has been capped. Varta is still at the back there. Flytix and Spitfires both holding here. This is the function of the mouse. You hold. They're not actually being pushed down. Oh, big hits into Darkside there. Da Silva pushing but not quite. And this is like patiently played so far. Ikra wants to be a lot more aggressive than they are. Base A now being kept as well. That would be cheeky if they managed to get away with that. But it seems like they will. Da Silva takes the first hit there. Flytic's losing a little bit of HP. But only very little. And now Ikra has 2 bases. Kame getting pushed on, and we have Ikra immediately responding to that. Big hit into Fabon. And more. Now with Darkside losing more HP again. JLA also losing a bit. Fabon taking 81 damage there. And they're being very, very aggressive, but I'm not quite sure that that is the good call, because look at how much HP has gone down. There's like a 4k advantage for Serenity here. And that is a lot. They do lose the first gun, but Warta immediately follows. And now they're going after the mouse. And I always joke with the Asia server with this. Don't focus the mouse. Sometimes they don't really leave you with the choice. Especially since there's 2 of them. The JLA gets taken out. Darkside is still alive. Kame is almost gone. And we have Spit effectively blocking him. Darkside and Psychopath have both been taken out. Lego arriving. Spit still alive, but now dead. But there goes Kame. Now we have a very healthy Lego versus a stuck Memcola, he's managed to get unstuck there. Da Silva arriving. Tokonami is taking out Memcola as the last one alive. And this is Serenity's game. Even if they don't kill him on time, they will definitely win on points. And Lego still gets a shot in, as well as Da Silva, but the match is for Serenity. Well done. These honestly, like, this is lovely. I love games like this. And this is like more Serenity absorbing what Ikra was trying to do. Rather than... Oh god, I just noticed the name. But yeah. Rather than just Ikra playing their game or Serenity playing their game. They basically just prepared for what Ikra would do. And that worked out really well. So now with the score of 2-1, we have Ikra ready with a 215B, 2 IS4s, 3 Type 71s and a 60TB. And on the Serenity side we see 4 IS4s, a 60TB, 1 mouse this time and a Kranwagen. Let's see, we've got 50 seconds left before we go into the actual game. The 4th game of this best of 7, and we don't have any real pressure just yet. No one is up for match point just yet, so I'm a fan of that as well. And let's see. Flytic's unready for a moment, but now back to being ready. Ten seconds. And let's see. Into the game we go. I always have this little fear that just as the time hits, did I ready up? Because when I first started streaming, there were times where I hadn't. And that wasn't a good thing. Unfortunately, we're not perfect. Let's see. Ikra focusing on the middle side. Serenity doing pretty much the same thing. Darkside and Kame going towards the middle together, potentially to hold. Yeah, they're both... No, actually just Darkside is holding. Memcola got spotted. Spit on his own, heading towards base C. Look at this though, look at the tanks being stacked. Warta firing a blind shot. Spit not actually making a move. So far, got a few people that are spotted. Memcola now moving in as well. Or maybe not, deciding to get better against it. He's getting shot at by tackles, but that didn't pen. So he's now deciding that he should not be there. And we have Psychopath Yevgeny massively being wheedled down here. Flytix and Spit both there. And we have Spit moving in. Tokonami are taking it. Those Type 71s, it's almost like they got impatient and they decided to push for it. But that is costing Ikra a lot of HP here. Focus fire not quite there for Serenity. JLA being whittled down slowly but surely. Tackles. This is one thing though, the focus fire is not really there. JLA gets taken out first. Tackles, oof. Almost gone. And now we have Da Silva and Lego focusing on Darkside. Tackles has been taken out. Lego is being farmed slowly but surely. Now we have Kami arriving, who takes out Lego. Fabon has been taken out. Darkside is gone. There goes Psychopath, but it's 4v4. And Alpha is not looking too healthy. Neither is Kame though. And they're making sure all the shots pen. Well, not all. Da Silva, very low on HP. Kame gets taken out. So does Da Silva, who is now effectively blocking Spit as well. Flytix arriving in the middle. That's going to be a big hit into... Oof, that should have been a big hit into Memcola, but that also should have been a hit into Flytix. Memcola driving down quite literally. With the guns being equal, they both have equal amount of points. Oof, Flytix taking quite some damage there. Gets tracked. Apparently can't really decap. Warta pushing in the middle. They're being careful. Both sides are being careful not to... Oof. Spit and Memcola both taking a hit. Warta is by far the healthiest one. But they all know their positions. Memcola being too forwards here, too aggressive. And they really need to preserve their HP and their guns. Ooh, that not penning. Those not all of those not penning. And Memcola is still alive. But now with the DPM advantage. Warta moves in, takes a big hit there. Might not reload in time to get hit by Flytix first. No, he does do that. And he gets taken out. But there goes Warta as well, and it's even Steven again. Base B is being capped. But we have a mouse. And a nice 4. Oh, that shot not panning though. This is by far one of the most difficult battles we've seen. Alpha is repositioning himself. And Tokonami, I'm not sure if he senses that or if he's just not taking any risk, but he's putting back. They have the base. They don't know where Alpha went. Very low HP for... Oh my god, he's going to get behind them! Will he be able to get away with this though? Oh my god! Now it's 2v1. Memcola has to get this kill. Has to get it, and he does! And now he's... 125 HP versus 10 HP. Honestly, what the F, guys? What a game! They both spot each other. They're both one-shots for each other. 1 minute left. Oh my god. Look at this. Alpha. 50 seconds left to go. Ikra has the most points now. Memcola. Being very careful. 40 seconds left. And now they drop spots. Oh my god. Shoot! Shoot! Oh my god! This game! What the... Oh my god, this game. Seriously. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I'm gonna screenshot this. Because this is something I need to show. The people need to see this. Honestly, absolutely fantastic. What a game. What a freaking game this was. Oh my god. And for those wondering, the reason that Ikra won this is because they had kept their base and that allowed them to get more points, and then the most points won. But that was utterly ridiculous. One minute and 4 seconds left to go before we see what happens in the 5th game of this best of 7. And now it's a potential match point for Ikra. If they win the next game, then they've got the point. Wow, what a game. That was fantastic, not gonna lie. Oh my god. So now we got, for the first game on Rockfield, we're moving maps again. We've got Serenity ready with no less than 4 Kranwagens, 2 IS-4s and a Sheridan, no Type 71s whatsoever. Ikra, however, is taking 4 Type 71s, 1 Sheridan, a Kranwagen and a 6 CTB. And let's see. I can't believe that just happened. That ending though. And let's see. Battle of the Kranwagens versus the Types. And if like the Krans are fully loaded and then they go head to head and they focus fire, then honestly I would give it to the Krans. But that's the difficult part. You need to get them in the same time, at the same place, shooting the same shots in the same tank. Psychopath going for a spotty spot. Does spot people as they cross over. Takes a cheeky shot into flight ticks there. And Ikra losing some HP as well. Before going into base D with a triple tank to cap it. Pretty much all of Ikra is there. Tokonami gets spotted. We have Psychopath and Darkside going into the camping spot there. Tackles. Being careful. Does get spotted there. Does not get hit for it. But that does tell them something. It tells them that someone is there. Even if, well, they spot a dark side. They know that someone is there. They just don't know that Yevgeny is there with them. Cheeky cap by Spit there. If he gets away with this, though, that gives Serenity a good advantage. And they're trying to make sure that he actually does get the base and then manages to get out of there alive. That is the goal. He does get shot. Twice. But they do have that cap. For minimal amount of loss of HP. Oof, Tokunami. Overextending there. Getting hit hard. And now we have Kame. Not quite going into the cap. Just seeing where everyone is. Base C is protected. By 3 tanks. They know that some people are there. Alpha. Spit losing a little bit of HP. And they're shooting the JLA as he crosses over. And Alpha is not alone, that's something to remember. And of course they have the super speed boost. Alpha loses a little bit of HP for that. JLA as well. Now Warta as well, as he crosses over. JLA loses more. Warta. They kind of want the JLA. Let me take a little closer. Alpha. Not looking too healthy. But now, Warta should reload faster. And that will be the end of Alpha. JLA gets taken out at the same time though. And we've got lots of mini battles happening. Memcola got set on fire there. Then gets taken out. Base B has been stolen in the meantime. Spit not looking too healthy. Gets taken out by Yevgeny. Fabon trying to save him. Lost a lot of HP doing that. Is almost dead. Does get another shot into dark side there. But then gets taken out. And we're at 855 points. Yevgeny could secure. Oh, no he does not. Warta is almost gone, gets taken out. Dark side not looking too healthy, but oof, Tankos gets taken out as well. Well placed shot by Tokonami there. 925 points. And this is the thing, base B is now being contested. But now he's going to get taken out and that's going to seal the deal. And Ikra will have this point and the match. But honestly, guys, these games though, absolutely fantastic. This is by far the most fun matchup that I've seen this season. Some ridiculous games, but absolutely awesome. Wow, 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 what games. Very well played by both teams. This was an absolute joy. So that is the first matchup up and over. Let's see, do we have scores yet for the rest? Appa gained a point. They won 4-0 from Jokes there. Let's see how BPS did. 4-1 from Raid, so they also got a point. Pink. That is still going. Okay, so we're waiting on that one. But honestly though, guys, these games though, right? Let's see. I've got some lovely replays for you. But after that, basically anything I show is not going to be on par. Let's see. I'm going to start it off with a game that features me as well, but I'm not the head player. This was a ridiculous game, honestly. And I will point out that I aced it too, which just makes it funnier. But mine ace didn't really feel like in proper ace. And Yusuf's definitely is. And wow, just wow, those games though. This is also funny. I managed to get up there. Yusuf did not. And I was like, oh my god, I made it. So Yusuf is in potential trouble. Luckily, the I7 is not really pinning his shots, so we're now just basically double farming him. And I thought that I was having a pretty good game here overall, but then I saw the battle results and I realized that Yusuf's game was way, way better. Have to also point out, by the way, there's a few moments where Yusuf kind of has lagged and it looks like he's blocking me, but that was unintentional. This is basically the only thing where this tank is not always strong enough. And that type was just farming me. Let's see. So now we're trying to farm the type. It's not really working out. Because there's also an E100 there that we have to be careful with. Type turned around. Nice little bounce by him. At this stage, I know that I wasn't quite sure what to do. Oof. Oh, big hits there. Aw, I'm glad you're agreeing with the awesome part, to be honest, because I really love that matchup. Yusuf going down, quite literally. This is basically where we start doing different things. He's already gotten way more shots in than I have. Let's see. Honestly, with games like this, and knowing the upset between the teams, I'd love to see Ikra in the top 4. Because it's just not predictable. That being said, like, all top 8 teams, they're definitely awesome. And I always say that, like, I know that I'm above average, but I'm by far not a pro player, not in any way compared to these guys. Oh, that missed though. They have like double Death Star left. That's an issue on its own. Let's see. I know the two of them are there. I was just trying to find a space where I could go without getting absolutely eaten alive. Whoa. He should have this, to be honest. When he drives like that. And that's a casual 5k game so far. See, this is what I meant. Yusuf was having a proper ace game. Let's see. Just securing the victory that way, basically. As long as one of us survives, we should have it. Nice double tap. And he's just giving up at this stage. And this is honestly... This should have happened during the clan event. We would have been very happy with that. Let me check for you. 5.7k damage for Yusuf here. That is a beautiful ace. You also have to forgive that the Russian text that I did put in the chat is basically Google Translate. But yeah, beautiful game this was. And let's see. If I remember right, then I believe Ikra's leading there now. Yeah, Ikra versus Raid is next, and then Ikra versus Pink. So that's the ones that we will be following tonight. So that should definitely be fun. Oh, I can't get over that matchup though. That was bloody awesome. Oh, actually, we have a score. Let's have a look. What was the one that we were waiting for? I think it was Pink, wasn't it? Ooh, 4-2. This is important though. These, like if we compare stages, we've got Appa now with 10 points. Serenity with 9 points. Ikra with 8 points. BPS Pitrenery with 6 points. BPS Gravitas with 5 points. Pink with 6 points. Anything can still happen, honestly. But there's a lot riding on this. And Ikra versus Pink may well decide who gets to go to the top 4. That's going to be awesome. So yeah. I'm just... I'm feeling exhausted from all the hype. Let's see. I'm actually going to show off a game of my own. Because I'm quite proud of this one. Let's see. Basically, this is also me flexing. Next game is in like 20-ish minutes. So we got 50 minutes of replays left. Before the room will be up. Of course, I put a wordy bird on my face one. Basically, I pimped it with all the rarest camos in the game. And I love this gold one because it's such a gold noob tank and I'm the clan leader of the Gold Noob Association. Also, by the way, Nesquid, I'm sorry that basically because of the delay, I see your question, then I answer. And then there's like 3 minutes before you actually hear it. But yeah. Oh. Honestly though, guys, that matchup though, so many awesome moments. Really bird. I do like it. It's such a cute little thing. It's a bit distracting to be honest, but I love it. See, this is one of the things that I've noticed with this tank. Like, I can hold a position like this and still easily get my shots in there. It's just beautiful. Now if the Jäger driving there. Letting me shoot him. Sheridan gets taken out. Death Star gets whittled down a little bit more. And this is the thing, like I can just peek over the top like that and and just shoot him in the face. I love it. And now we have the Death Star arriving there, who kind of wants a piece of me and does not get it. And he misses me, which is good, but I did not really want to get hit by him, no. Now with the Batchat behind him, so I decided to go to the front, hoping that he would be turned towards the Batchat, and he's enough for me to get one shot in. But now I'm in danger. Because I've got the HP, don't get me wrong. And I was hoping that this shot would actually work. But I should have honestly just gone for his face. Taken a tiny bit more risk for that. There we go. And this Ferris is like way in front. And I really want that tent out of the way. So I just decide to drive it down. Miss that shot, but luckily don't get shot for it in turn. We're fast losing teammates, and that's an issue. Because they've got quite a bit of HP. And he's my main concern here. He bounces on me, which is a very good thing here. I do take a bit hit from the KPZ there. But we've got a camping Hori, and I was like really hoping that the Hori would actually be doing useful things. Because now it's just him and me, and he does get the kill, and I needed him to get the kill. And for a moment I wanted to turn around and go up the ramp there, but I was like, actually no. If I go forwards and stay on the ramp near base B, I can use the Hori more effectively, because he's camping. I was like trying to see who was there, bumping the corpse a little bit, at the same time trying to use him as cover. And then I spotted Yo, and I was really lucky to get this high roll. Because he got the KPZ, but he's still got a friend. I'm kind of worried about that as well. But the Yo is just driving in. And my camper friend takes him out. And I actually shoot the corpse rather than the tank. But then I decide, okay, I'm nearing 5k damage. I can take a few hits. I've got my adrenaline on. So I decide to just go for it, knowing that I can take the hits. And at the same time, now he goes back too far. And I decide to pull back. Because I actually do not want to get him into the line of sight from the Hori. Because I want the kill. I want the damage. So I'm basically just trying to lure him out and hoping that I will reload in time to get the kill. And I do that before the Hori arrives. And then I do casual 5k damage. Is Ikra already safe? Is that a given? Lovely little ace there. Lots of credits as well. I do really love this tank, honestly. And the thing is that because it's so rare, it's typically pretty easy to ace. At the same time, I do feel with this damage and 1571 base XP, this was a proper ace. Let's see, actually, let's look at the points. Because there's 2 points to be had for everyone. Ikra has 8 points now. Appa has 10. Serenity has 9. Let's see, Ikra has 6. Sorry, Pink has 6. Gravitas has 5. Spit Runnery has 6. It's not completely safe yet. It's very likely, but not 100% safe. Basically, if Ikra loses the next 2 matchups, then it's still like it's open and not really completely sorted yet. Oh no, that's actually not true, Mutsu. I do would platoon on streams as well. The thing is that most of the streams I've had done recently is either chores, in which I don't play myself, or raidings, in which I pontoon. But yeah, let's show one more replay. And let's see. Oh, since Mutsu is here anyway, I'm gonna show his game. But yeah, feel free to add me in game. I don't mind at all. I mean, side note that with the clan event, I will be tuning with my clanmates most of all. But generally, I don't mind tuning with anyone as long as your attitude is right. Like, I do not tune with rude people, basically. What do you mean, how much does a stream moderator cost, huh? They're my minions, they do it for free. I do try to get them an in-game thank you at some point. Let's see. Oh, that not going in. Very cheeky gameplay, Mutsu. You did not really need to take that, to be honest. A little bit too... not impatient, but like... aggressive? I think that's the right word for it. To be fair, I wouldn't be surprised if there's YouTubers that do pay their stream moderators and everything. Oh, that was needed. He needs to be deaded. There you go. Now the FV trying to get to town. Base B is being stolen. That's an issue in and of itself. He's not gonna reset that in time. Nice. Oh, that was lucky. Oof. 3v5, that's gonna be tough. Especially with those things. Nice. Yeah, they're at 840 points, that's an issue. Now have the Minotaur there. Oof, and an I7. Oof. They really need this too. Oof. Oh, if he gets behind him. If he manages to get behind him though. Then there's still a chance. Well played. Wouldn't bother with HE. It's all about getting the kill in now. And it's not going to be in time because he's actually capping the base. Can he get that shot? If he needs to... Oh, he reset it. But it's not going to be enough. Aww. Beautiful game though. Just not enough supremacy played. Yeah, no, I know, but that's my kind of thing. Oh. Thank you, Tokonami. That means a lot. Thank you. Beautiful game. Shame it didn't work out. You deserved that win. Let's see, how long do we have left now? 8 minutes. Yeah, I'm not gonna start another replay for that, just to play it safe. Honestly, I have no idea if there's a lot of crayfish in Europe. I do know that it has been used as an insult from ex-CIS players to EU players. And this is, I don't understand when you say, because I remember that first place was occupied by people from the CIS server. Then I have no idea what you mean with crayfish. And first place in what though? But yeah, I'm playing on, my home server is basically the EU server. But I've also got accounts on NA and Asia. I got press accounts there so I can play with subscribers when I want to. So now we're just waiting here. Let's actually have a look at this. You need basically oh, you can purchase ingots if you have 700. I thought you could gold 700 ingots. Oof, that's gonna be tougher than I thought. I thought the way that it was described meant that you could gold 70% of it, but you can only gold 30% of it. That's gonna be tough. Nesquid got it. I'm 37 years old. 85 for my name comes from 1985, which is my birth year. So let's see. Not much going on right now, to be honest. We're literally just waiting for the room. Of course, we got this event, and I can rant about this event. Like, I've got a Kara replay that I'm gonna show you after the next matchup. But honestly, this is... I don't mind Wargaming giving extra prizes for buying things. That's actually a nice thing of them to do. But putting a new tank, a new tier 10 tank behind such a paywall, that is something I absolutely do not agree with. Let's see. Room invite. Where are you? Okay. About a minute and a half away then. So now we're just basically waiting for that. And I think that if Ikra wins the next match, then they're certain of top 4. But if Raid pulls some magic out of their heads, which they have done before, let's actually have a look. What happened the last time they met each other. Let's see. 4-0. Oof. Yeah, that doesn't really bode well for Raid there, then. My favorite tank that would be the Spaghetti 65 and the Spaghetti 46. Depends a bit on what tier I'm in the mood for. I love auto reloaders. That's sort of really my thing. In tier 9, I love the standard B. Tier 8, Spaghetti 46 and Pantera, but mostly Spaghetti 46. And tier 10, Spaghetti 65. There we go. There's a room invite. And away we go. But it kind of depends what tier I'm in the mood for. Because the thing is that I play whatever tier I like. I'm not really looking for sets. I'm just looking for fun. I like the tactical replays and the tactical part of the game, I mean. So I tend to just play Supremacy only. I like that a lot more. I like tuning because that's more fun with friends, basically. And yeah, that's basically it. Because if I want to die hard, then I will want to play the Spaghetti 65. And if I'm looking for something less serious, then I go for the types for the Spaghetti 46. At the same time, I also absolutely love the Yo with the 2-shot gun and the Object 752. I have a lot of favorite tanks, to be honest. But it kind of just, I just take whatever I'm in the mood for. But both spaghettis are basically go-to tanks because I'm always enjoying those. Also, just to be fair, this account does have a lot of gold, but it's not mine. This is a press account. This is not my regular account. My regular account is Aman@85. And I can actually show you that. This is my actual account. So if you want to team with me at some point, just send me in basically a friend request. Do say that you're from my stream, because if I get a random friend request with no text, I just ignore them. But yeah. Those are my stats. That is me. And we're almost ready to go into the room, because the room will be below 3 minutes. And here we go. Tokonami in the room and in the chat. Just under 3 minutes left to go. Ikra is already completely there. Raid still missing a player. And let's see. I'm really hoping for games that are at least half as much fun as the matchup that we just saw between Ikra and Serenity, because that was awesome. The thing is that I love games like that. I love games that are close. I love games that are exciting. I love games that are funny. There's so many parts of tournaments that I just absolutely love not to play, because that's way too stressful for me. But basically, the reason that I love tours so much is that you have 7 players on voice together, having taught tactics together, and then they work together to get to a certain result. You don't get that level of team play basically in random battles. It just doesn't happen. Even if you do countdowns together, you will have to be quiet, because Reds will also be in voice with you then. But it's just so lovely when you have this kind of teamwork. I absolutely love it. So now Ikra is ready with 1 IS-4, 2 AMX-54s, 2 Type 71s, and 100 LT, and a 60 TP for Alpinestadt. And on the other side we see 2 VK-90s, 3 Type 71s, an LT, and a 215B. And let's see. 47 seconds left to go. And now we will see the first game in this best of 7 matchup between Ikra and Raid. And if Ikra wins this, then they're pretty much certain for top 4 place. And that's great. I'm actually not British. I'm from the Netherlands. I'm Dutch. And with spaghetti, I mean Proghetto, the Italian line, and the Italian Prem in Tier 8. And let's see. Here we go. Oh. Not hyped at all. Just can't sit still. And let's see. My main concern with commentating is not so much the commentary, because people can ignore that if they want to, but more my camera work. Ikra being quite forwards here, going into town towards base B, whereas we have Raid spreading out towards base C instead. But we have Drizzle going to protect base B. Falcon has been spotted. This is cheeky. Look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this. Oh. Lonely tank spotted. Base C is being kept. And basically Naro is all alone. Kame is going to get up behind him. This is... They created a crossfire here. Kabanchik lost some HP as well. Kame now behind. He can't angle in all the direction that he needs to. And there he goes. And now we have Drizzle being set upon. Kabanchik, the preferred target, drives in. Gets the kill. Base B being kept. Actually, no, they left it. And we have some quite low HP targets here. Falcon being set upon now. Kabanchik staying behind as much as he can. Being a trap. Memkola. That was an important hit. And there he goes. That turret is actually protecting him. He will go down. He does go down to old school there. But Raid has lost quite a few tanks here already. Domi does get another shot into Tokonami there. Now has a grand total of 2 HP left. And there we go, Tokonami's revenge. He gets taken out. And now you have Tokonami going off to old school. Very low, lots of low HP targets here. There goes old school. And now it is just... Oh, that was a bit too fast there. Tim, the last one left alive. Warta effectively blocking him from shooting Memkola. But Tim is not even trying at that anymore, knowing that he's not going to survive that, and it is actually Memkola that takes him out. Oh, Tricky, glad you like the 2-shot yo as well. It's an absolutely beautiful tank, and even though normally I always go for the highest pen gun, the 2-shot yo works so much better for me. No, the thing is, Nesquid, when to be fair, I don't know all the tiebreaker rules by head, but I figured that if Ikra were to lose this matchup and the matchup versus Pink, and BPS's and Pink won both, then they'd be tied for points. So it could be, yeah, but I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure, let's say. And let's see. To be fair, though, I'm never really good at this, so I just look at the points afterwards to be sure. So let's say. Raid now ready with 2 VK90s, 3 Type 71s, and 2 Caro. Oh my god! They got Caros! I want them! And the thing is, once you've loaded all those shots, then those Caros, honestly, they can be so amazing. This is pay to win. Oh, that sounds wrong, but you know what I mean. Ikra taking 2 IS-4s, 3 Type 71s, a Sheridan, and a 60p. But oh my god, Caros. And let's see. Dun 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 dun. Ikra focusing on the B and C side. Raid going for A with their carrows. Yevgeny taking a position that he can quickly go into hiding. He does spot Falcon though, so they know that there's at least some people there. And he decides to not be there, which is I think a good call. Because likely as not the carrows will be there as well. B is being kept. Wonder if they're going to get away with that. Varta losing a lot of HP for that, but so does Drizzle. And we have Ikra being very aggressive here. Shooting Drizzle, tracking him repeatedly. And that's going to make things very difficult. He gets taken out first. Carrows are getting some shots in. And some more. But they have to be careful not to shoot that last shell. B and A have both been capped, but Raid is a gun down now. Gabanchik takes a little bit of a hit. Dark Side not quite giving chase, sensing the trap. Tim holding. Domi now having overextended a little bit. Takes hits for that. Base C is being taken. Ikra now has a base advantage and an ever-growing point advantage. And now it will be up to Raid to do something, and that's the issue here though. The bases are protected. There's multiple lines of fireplaces. Memcola is currently spotted. And the carrows will have to make a move, will have to go somewhere to get shots in. But look at all the positions that Ikra is in. They're well spread out and well in position to help one another if need be. Now Memcola is losing a lot of HP. But he is still angling and he's not quite alone. Ikra now responding, pushing in. They don't want to lose their gun advantage. So they're going, oof. Memcola survives another reload. Naro bounces that shot. Memcola and Naro both go down at about the same time. And we have Old School now going in. Oh, big hit into him though. Falcon is almost gone. Bounces an important shot there. Old School gets taken out. Tokonami arriving. Going for the ram kill. And this is very close, to be honest. They need to take Varta out. And they need to keep their two guns alive. Nisi arriving. Going for the kills. 905 points. And they do take him out. 915. And we have Yevgeny going to shoot Domi. He does reset and he gets taken out and that chills it. Oh my god. Yes, but it's the thing though, Mutsu. Mutsu just said, I mean, Carrot is useless for the first 40-50 seconds. If Ikra takes advantage of that, this is going to be a problem for Raid. Yes, but they didn't. It's actually the Carrows that nearly carried them to victory there. I've honestly no idea how to say Memcola other than Memcola. I know that I'm probably pronouncing all these XCIS names very, very wrong. And I do apologize for that. But how do you pronounce it then? What would be the English pronunciation of it? Because I just say Memcola because that's literally what it says for me. But yeah, I do realize that I'm probably pronouncing everything very wrong. I only learned like a few days ago that it's not Ikpa, but it's Ikra. Because I don't know those things. I can't read Cyrillic, so it's basically just me doing my best. 45 seconds left to go before we go into the third game. We're moving on to Molendijk. And Ikra is now ready with 4 Type 71s, an LT, a Kranwagen and a 60 TP. And Raid getting ready with 2 Ice 4s, 2 Type 71s, a 215B, a TVP and a Carrot. And honestly, I really want that tank. But yeah, I'm probably gonna have to wait a while. But yeah, do please educate me. How do I pronounce it? And honestly, I don't know your name, but I don't appreciate being laughed at. Let's see. Raid focusing on the seaside, whereas Ikra is going more towards the middle. Nisi going to spot to see who's there and where everyone is going. Ikra going straight for the middle there. Kame has been spotted, and so has the JLA. So they know that there's people there. And Nisi is hightailing it out of there. Domi gets spotted driving in. Memkola taking a hit there. Nisi losing quite a bit of HP. Dark side capping. Does not get reset there. And this is basically fish in a barrel, but it's kind of like fish in a barrel for both. They actually do get that base cap. Nisi has lost a lot of HP there. Naro got tracked. And he's getting wheeled down a little bit further. And now we have Old School actually being ignored, which I'm surprised at. They're going off the drizzle. And there he goes. Kame pushing through. Going after Naro next. Lots and lots and lots of shots fired everywhere. Falcon gets taken out. But the JLA and Varta are both gone as well. There goes Naro. Dark side is not looking too healthy. Domi is actually blocking him. Does take the shot for that. Orphan does not kill him. Old School gets taken out. 3v5. And Domi is trying to protect his mate. Kame taking hits. Kame also trying to protect Dark side. Tokunamu casually reloading. And now Tim gets taken out. There goes Kame. 2v3. But HP wise there's a big advantage there. And Ikra should definitely have this. Nisi gets taken out. Is actually the last one left alive, but he was the first one. Sorry, Domi was the last one, of course. Nisi survived for a lot longer than I thought he would, considering the amount of HP he lost quite early on. Lovely little game here, and now Ikra up for potential match point. One minute and 15 seconds left before we see the fourth match. Ikra up for match point, as I said. And Raid is going back to their 2 carrot lineup with 2 IS-4s, 2 Type 71s, 2 Carrots, and a 60 GP versus 4 Type 71s, an LT, a T-57 Heavy, and a Sheridan. Like, I always have like a bottle of drink next to me when I'm streaming. But I might actually run out before the stream ends here. See, this is the thing though. Ikra has like a talent for having a game that doesn't look right for them. And then managing to turn it around somehow. Up to the point that I feel like I miss what's happened. Which I might have, to be honest. But in this case, I think Raid pushing into the middle, but not actually pushing into the middle, might be what cost him the game eventually. And let's see. Ikra focusing on the city side, with Psycho going for a spotty spot as his dark side. And dark side might well actually spot them as they go into town. He actually doesn't though. He gets spotted in turn. And gets shot at. Domi going for the cap together with Tim. JLA gets spotted. Memkola, oof, big hits there into Ikra. And they have to be careful not to overextend too far. Drizzle taking quite a few hits there. Memkola not being penned there with either shot. Drizzle losing HP very quickly. And this is the thing, Raid is quite spread out right now. Domi really wants to get those shots in, but Memkola is actually in a really good position and it's cost him a lot of HP to try and shoot him. Varta does take damage though. We have the Carrots in the middle. Team not looking too healthy, but neither is Drizzle. Both sides have a lot of low HP targets. Dark side is actually the first one gone, followed by Varta. Nisi gets taken out. And now Psycho is on the long reload. He fired at that last fateful shot that they should never fire. And gets taken out for that. Old school. There goes the JLA. There goes Domi. They're going after Tokunami. All the shots are important at this stage. There goes Tokunami. Kame has almost reloaded and that's going to be an issue. They do shoot him repeatedly. Oh, he does get taken out though. Drizzle trying to protect him. Does take a hit for it back. And now, Yevgeny is the last one left alive. And this game is actually going to Raid. Naro going in. Because he's by far the healthiest and can take a few shots. And he's... oof, there we go. Tim gets him. And Raid has a game. Well done. Happy to see this, to be honest. Because Raid is one of the oldest team out there. Not all of the players that are currently in the team have always been there. But let's not forget, Raid as a clan has been world champion. And people from here were there. 1 minute, 22 seconds left before we go into the 5th game of this best of 7. Again, Ikra is up for match point. If they win the next game, then they have the point. But Raid is biting back. Raid now readying up with 2 IS-4s, 2 Type 71s, an AMX 50B, 2 of them, and potentially a carrot. No, it's another AMX 50B. We're moving on to Naval Frontier, and Ikra is taking 1 IS-4, 4 Type 71s, and 2 60DBs. No fast tanks for either. Kinda curious about that. Nisi readying up in a 215B now, instead of an AMX 50B. And Tokonami is switching to the Kranwagen. You have to remember that the Kranwagen has their OP speed boost, and that allows them to be more mobile. "15 seconds left to go. And let's see. Here we go. Let's see. Naval Frontier is one of those maps that I really like, but where I like to go, either I arrive there and have a fantastic game, or I get absolutely wrecked getting there. Ikra splitting up a little bit, going a bit everywhere. And Raid splitting up as well. 2 50Bs holding there. Neither team has a spotter. Drizzle gets spotted, along with Falcon. And Falcon taking a hit there. Tim losing some HP as well. Base C is being taken. Nice shot there by Warta, who is cheekily taking base B, which is unprotected. Base C does get taken. But overall, it's a bit tricky here though. Warta now being AMX 50B'd. Losing a lot of HP for that. Tim actually moving out of this way to track him as well. But Nisi lost a lot of HP for that one clip. Whereas we have Ikra now trying to contest base C. Drizzle overextending a little bit. Tim losing a lot of HP, more than that. The AMX 50B is arriving. Tokonami survives a little bit longer. The JLA lost some HP. Tim is the first gun gone though. And we have Nisi arriving there. Gets that hit in, but gets taken out for that. That was too aggressive. Old School having reloaded. It's going after Psychopath. Is getting shot from behind as well. Takes a big hit. And now has to reload. Raid's forces are pretty divided. Naro arriving. Falcon has been taken out. There goes Tokonami. But that is the first gun from Pink that has been taken out. And look at the position the dark side which is in. That is just brutal. Now we have Naro and Domi as the last ones left alive. And he might take out Memkola. Domi holding for now, but he's losing HP steadily. Gets taken out there. And now it is An epic Colobanov situation, which in randoms I would have given it to him. But not like this. Not in a tour. Oof, he gets tracked. Got shot because of that. He does get another one to the JLA, but is now being pushed down. And takes a big hit for that. And is now not being hugged to death yet. He will get another shot in. But there he goes. And the game is for Ikra. Very well played, but I think this game was just messy for Raid. And I don't mean the player messy, because they have a messy on their team. I mean, like, it was chaotic. They were too spread out. They were caught in the open. And they overextended in some ways, which is in a way, yes, but if you're a juicy AMX and guns are trained at you as well, that is a very risky thing to do. Stuff like that. It was just very chaotic. But I am really glad that they had that win on Molendijk. That was beautiful. And Ikra now certain of the top 4. Let's see. Do we have all the scores yet? Of course, Ikra now has 5 points here. Let's see. APA versus Serenity is still going. That's going to be a fun match as well. Let's see, what else have we got? Pink versus Gravitas is still going. And... oof, 4-0 for BPS Spit Runaway, so they got another point. So a lot will be depending on this matchup actually. Because, let's see, Spit Runnery currently has 7, perhaps 8 points. Not sure if it already counted this. And, oh, that's not what I meant to do. There we go. That's what I meant to do. Basically, it clicked on the wrong screen. Then we have Gravitas at 3. They're at 5. That's going to be tricky. I believe it's going to be between BPS, Spit Runnery and Pink for the 4th place. So there's a lot growing on, depending on that match. There we go. I will get there eventually. Let's see actually, when is our next game? I think we are like 40 minutes away. Ikra versus Pink happens in 35 minutes. Let's see, I've got some replays left. Let's start with this one, shall we? Of course, you don't see it yet, but yeah. No, actually, no, I'm gonna show you the Canal replay that I got. And I want that tank. I just don't want it to be behind such a massive paywall. It's not fair. And it looks nice, and I like the camo, and I like the name, even though it should be called Hacker, because they called it Hacker everywhere. Like, the game has been hacked, hacked this and hacked that. Should have been Caro Hacker. And let's see. Oh, they also have a Caro. And it is such a cheeky little tank. See, I would be too impatient for this. I would already be capping. I would have gone straight in and just see if I could get away with it. Oh, nice. And that's the end of him. And it can pack such a wall up as well. Oh my god. Paul, honestly, you actually went and fired that shot. You're not meant to fire the last shot, to be honest. Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Nice bit of fire as well. He's just slowly being farmed. There you go. Four v 4, but base B is being capped. That's an issue. Nice. There you go, going after book one first because he's juicy. And there goes the Death Star. Oh my god. To be honest, you just stood there though. Batchat should have him. There we go. And let's just say that I don't want that kind of stuff on my channel. Beautiful game, but you did kind of get carried there. Look at that. Look at the Batchat. That has to be an ace as well, doesn't it? Oh my god, only a first. Let's see. Do we have a score yet? No, matches are still. The reason that you can see that because basically there's no time here yet. You see 0S. That means that not all of the matches are over, or at least not counted yet. Let's see, what else have I got for you? Oh, let's see, I'm gonna show you this one next. You have to note here that we have Totalis on the other side, and we have DavD currently not using any camo because he's lost hope in the tank. He's been trying really hard to ace it, and he figured that like maybe if I play like a noob, then they ignore me, and then I can basically just get stuff done without them focusing me, and then I might ace it. These shots though. I was watching this live on Discord when he had this game, which is how I know what happens here. Usually I only watch the replay for the first time. This actually penned. To be fair, I really love both of them in Nesquid. That's the thing. Spaghetti 65 is my favorite tank in tier 10, but the Caro would be a close second because it works really beautifully. And it's the kind of tank that I really like. I like the auto reloading system. Now he wants to, and he does kill the Foch, but he takes a Jaeger hit for that in return. I think that 1v1, it would really depend on whether the Spaghetti finds the Caro before it's really fully loaded or not. Nice cheeky little shot there. And that shot as well. And no idea what the Jäger is doing here. I'm not sure the Jäger knows what he's doing here either. And so far, he's kept the base. And he's farmed about 3k damage. But honestly, when it's 1v1, I wouldn't actually be sure who would have it. If the spaghetti arrives before the carro fully loaded, then I would give it to the spaghetti on a flat ground and everything. But I honestly wouldn't know. Total is rushing by. And this is not a good thing because 1v1, a spaghetti wouldn't win this. But he's got a friend in the Vicus, which is definitely helpful here. And then that actually shot underneath him, which was hilarious. He should have heard the reaction voice to that. The next tool match will happen in about 25 minutes, thereabouts. Nice is being careful with the E100. And also this specific shot was just beautiful. That is how you play a spaghetti. And the E100 could one-shot him. He could one-shot both of them, which is why neither of them wants to peek. But then he fires and was like, go, go, go. Just to get more damage done. Because he's done near 5k damage. And he didn't get the last kill. And I was so afraid that that would have cost him the ace here. Because he was on voice with us and he was trying to meet Defty Mutsu. He did get a camper medal, but he did finally ace it, and he aced it without a camo, which is something that I wouldn't advise anyone to drive. But honestly, it was a very lovely game. And he had a grand total of 590 supremacy points, which definitely helped this. There we go. Let's see, do we have a result yet? No, still not. Oof, someone's going to tiebreaker. I think, maybe. Let's see. I'm honestly just glad I've got enough replays to fill the time today. That name though, Waffenträger Bet Chatillon, which is like German and French combination. That's not confusing at all. Let's see. Schützuf in the Desta. Hoping that Totalis is going to spot for them. Ooh, that penned. He's had no shots so far. Oof, there's a grill, there's a grill, there's a grill, there's a grill. Oh, that was a derp, but at least it hit. Grill crossing over. Dropping into safety. The Waffenträger Bet Chatillon has been taken out. Come on. Peek out. You know you want to. Oh, that shot though. That was beautiful. Nice bounce. And there's 2 grills. Nice. No, you can't shoot him through there. You have to be a little bit more forwards. But it's actually behind the building still. Nice! Yeah, that will hurt. Then you're moving in to help. Oh, he bounced. Not sure how you bounce a light tank. I'm never sure about that. There we go. Beautiful. Two v2. Oh, that was beautiful. Yusuf, no, he's a one shot. If the E100 hits him, no. You should have him, to be honest. Oof, that did hurt. He has to be careful not to get effectively stuck. Now we should be fine. Circle of Death is such a cheeky thing to do, but it can work out so beautifully. He missed! And there we go. Beautiful game. I think that was a double ace as well, wasn't it? Because I do have an LT replay from Daniel as well. Nearly 5k damage. Lovely game. Yeah, I showed the double ace game as well, but I didn't show mine, just yours. But yeah, there has to be ace for Totalis as well. Let's have a look at his perspective, shall we? We've got time. We've got plenty of time. Thank you, Justice for All. That's the thing with double aces then lately. We've had quite a few of those, which have been absolutely lovely. He's just spotting at this gate right now. Did get some assisted damage there. And he does get spotted in turn, so he has to be a little bit more careful, which he is. See, this is the thing. I'm not good with being patient enough to drive a light if I can only spot. I'm way too aggressive for that. There's the grill. And there's the shot that Yusuf did. 1.6k assisted damage so far. Let's see. There goes the grill. Sorry. And when in doubt, capping a base is always a good idea, because even if you might not need it, like really need it right now, you never want the other team to get too much of a point advantage. There you go, that's that beautiful FV shot again. Now the grill moving in. And getting deleted soon. There we go. And all of a sudden it's 4v4 again. That shot though, is still amazing. And he could have kept the base there. But he's really trying to distract his 6 CTP. Oh, and he missed. He hit the ground, he didn't bounce, he hit the ground. There we go. I can't believe that actually penned. And they're just really cheekily but working together so well. Like this. That beautiful shot as well. And he is going after Yusuf, as we know. I do love this legendary camo, to be honest. I'm really glad that Wargaming gave it another one, because the Stalwart is just really, really dull. I like the emoji thingy as well. It's cute. Thing is, I've got such a big FOMO with these kind of things. Like, I'm always afraid that I'm gonna use it on a tank and then I'm gonna regret using it on that one. Same with like the special camo suits. There we go, nicely getting behind him. We know the end result here, but it's beautiful to watch. I like games like this. There we go. $4.5k damage and definitely an ace there. Beautiful game. He actually got ingots for that as well. Was that in time for... Was that during the clan event already? Yes, yes it was. Nice, well done. Let's see, we've got a bit of time left. Let's have a look at the score first. 14 minutes, let's see. Serenity won that one. And Pink. Pink won from Gravitas. Spit Runnery, come on. Come on. And they won as well, we knew that one. Okay, so we have... Actually, I'm gonna grab my little cheat sheet. Appa has 10 points. Then we have Serenity with... That can't be right, they have 10 points now as well, don't they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, they have 10 points as well, so that didn't update yet. It's like, that's not right. Then we have Spit Runaway with 3 points. And Gravitas there. 2. Pink has 4. Joe's got 0 along there. Eric got another one. So we have Appa with 10 points, Serenity with 10 points, so they're both safe. Then we have Ikra with 9 points, so they're safe. And Pink and BPS Speedrunnery both have 7 points right now. That is hella interesting. Like, basically, let's see. Speedrunnery is up next against... Oh, that is... Oof. That's gonna be interesting. BPS versus BPS, and a lot depends on what happens there. Let's see. Pink won both ways, so if Pink wins the game versus Ikra, and BPS wins versus Gravitas, then Pink should still be through, because they won both head-to-heads. Okay, let's look at one more replay. Got exactly one left as well, so that helps. CDA, one of those tanks that I haven't really driven much at all. Let's see. Whack and Stack, what a name. Going for a spotty spot. But they're not seeing anyone. There he is. He's not peeking out far enough though. Oh, I'm never good with these kind of games. I'd be so much more forwards. Let's see. Now he's getting some shots in. Oof, they already lost their bulldog. Comet rushing in. Which is basically what they need to do here. He's trying to get to safety. It's not gonna work. Poof. There we go. Nice little shot there. They're the big base disadvantage though, so that's an issue. Oof. Nervin is right there. They're not going for the bases at all though. They know where they all are. He's nicely farming a little bit. Oof, and he is getting shot at. Let's see. Bit indecisive here. He's not looking too healthy. Game seems to be glitching a little bit as well. There you go. Both of those were very needed. Oof. I'm kind of curious how this is going to be an ace, because I know it is an ace. But it's a very weird little game. Doesn't feel like an ace game. Nice little bounce there, though. There we go. Yeah, they don't need to cap anymore. They've won. Nice little game there. Room invite should be up in a few minutes. So obviously I'm not going to play another replay there. Let's have a look. 2 minutes left. This is kind of like the dead time. Don't really have that much to say yet. Because right now we're just waiting for the room invite, which should be up in a few minutes. We can look at the pretty garage with the Blitz Ultimate Cup flags. The glorious sky. Very wide landscape there. Big fan of that. Shame you can't look really up. But there's some windows there and there, of course. Lots of natural light. And I think it would be cool if you saw like live streams over there on the screen. That would be fun. Or just little videos or something. Might make the garage too heavy on the game though. Phobos, they're free to speak their own language. I don't mind at all. As long as they're polite and civil. Let's just have a quick look. I can, like in between games like this, I can translate a little bit what's being said. To see if I can follow that. There are no rewards for this stream though. To be fair though, oof, there's a room invite. Ready up and leave. But yeah, to be fair, Phobos, like the EU server has a lot of different nationalities, a lot of different languages. Just before the server merge, most of those spoke English in the chat. And it's just, it's more noticeable right now because for some weird reason, basically XCS people talk a lot more in the chat. And I've noticed that, and it's so weird because they have like whole conversations. Whereas EU server has always been just like basically all left, all right, kept that base, and of course some toxicity. And now you have like whole conversations along with that toxicity. It's so weird. To be fair, I still don't understand how that CDA game was nice, to be honest. It's a nice little game, don't get me wrong. But that didn't really feel like an ace. No base cap, no epic kills or really high damage. It's a bit weird that way. There's aces like that, don't get me wrong. So it's definitely deserved. It's based on XP and everything. Just a bit of a strange game. So now we wait for the timer to drop below 3 minutes and then we can go into the room and have a look at what's happening then with Ikra versus Pink. That's definitely going to be a lot of fun. And for Pink, everything is riding on this. And that's going to make things even more interesting. Because for the top 4, Pink needs to win this. to secure it, to be honest, because if Spitrunner loses and pink loses as well, then I think pink is through as well. There's just a lot riding on it, let's say. Let's see. Pink versus Ikra. And pink is running up. Oh, sorry. It's been a long day. Pink is running up with 3 LTs potentially. And perhaps 4 Type 71s. 4 Castella. And we see Ikra taking an E6, an E100. 2 Type 71s. Hey Stan! And we see 3 Type 71s now. Potentially a 1 with 3, a Sheridan, E100 and E6. That's gonna be interesting as well. We don't see the E100 all that often. We don't see the E6 all that often. Wouldn't be surprised if they were changed. They still have just under... There you go. E100 is becoming 60 TP, which makes more sense to be honest. We have seen an E6 arrive here and there. It's a lovely tank. I need to play it more, to be honest. And now we just wait for the battle to begin. Again, it is a best of 7. The team that reaches 4 victories first is the one that is through to the next... Well, no. Actually, that Ikra is already through, but that gets the point. And for pink, there's a lot riding on it. Let's see. 53 seconds left to go. I like that it's not like totally decided yet. We have had seasons where that was the case, and it was like, yeah, just the order of the top 4 will change, but for the rest it's like known. And that's not the case here. Some of it is still open, that makes it interesting. Before today, pretty much everything could still happen, even though it was like with Ikra versus Raid. It was very likely that they would be safe, but it wasn't 100% certain. Ah, it was the first class. Yeah, that makes sense. And there we go. Into the first game we go. And let's see what's going to happen here. I'm feeling like that. This is the thing. I don't play tours, but I feel for the teams, and they always try to make sure that things are as fair as possible. Svina going up together with Peppel, and we have Rico going towards the other side, possibly also going for a hill. And he is. But no one is there because Ikra has actually gone to the other side. Gusto has been spotted, is getting shot at, decides to not be there anymore. Base B is currently empty. Warta going behind there, hoping to get crossfire shots. He gets spotted, but they don't know from where. The 2 light tanks are not shooting just yet. And now they are being spotted. Well, shot at. A has been kept. Warta losing a bit of HP there. Base C now being kept. Rico going to help with that. Just to ensure they cap it quickly, so that the point advantage won't be too high for Ikra. And now we have Flame pushing on, Rico going back, and Brain is holding in the middle. Base A is not left undefended. Darkside is holding behind the building there. Flame. Ooh. Big hits into Scorpion Drago. And Psychopath Yevgeny does not get spotted for that. So he's going back up there. Rico repositioning himself. Basically the light tanks are running all over the place. Base B cannot be kept. Base A is protected. Flame is being set upon. And he's pulling back. But he has to be careful not to be pulled back too far. Let's see, Kame now losing a little bit of HP. Oof, that was a bit needless from Flame there. He's trying to entice them, but at the same time, he needs to not lose HP for it. Oof, Pample. Losing a lot of HP there. Now we've got Stone moving in. Oh, so many things happening on both sides. But I want to show you what's going to happen here. Warta being set upon from multiple directions there. Drops down into the water. Scorpion going for the base B cap. Warta and Darkside both being set upon Kame. Oof. This is tricky though. They do get base B. They do get base B. Darkside almost gone. And we have Scorpion. Svinograd has lost a lot of HP, but that's the 60 HP that you're dealing with. Warta is still alive. Gatsto, Svino, and Flame all losing a lot of HP. Scorpion Drago losing HP as well. Now we have Rico arriving at the other side. Darkside gets taken out. Scorpion Drago gets taken out. Flame is taken out. They have 2 bases. But they need the kills. Warta needs taken out. And the JLA is looking way too healthy. He is being farmed right now. But he's also being shot. Memkola gets taken out. Pink. Oof, there goes Gatsto. They have 2 bases, as if they can get the kills, which is all important right now, then Pink should have this game. Psychopath going towards base C. Warta is still alive. That shot on Tokonami missing. Rico. Surviving 920 points. We have Brain going there to prevent. Oh, the Pepple getting some really good damage there. Svinograd gets taken out. They need to protect this base. They need. Pepple needs to not take any chances here. They need to just survive. The JLA goes down. And there we go. Pink has the first game. But what a close game that was, though. Amazing and ridiculous. Wow, what a game. All depending on those bases, all depending on those one-shots staying alive. Well done. And now in 1.5 minutes we go to the second match on Castilla. And we have Pink now getting ready with 2 LTs, 4 Type 71s and a VK90. And on the other side we see Ikra taking Potentially 5 Type 71s, a 60p and a Vicus. Assuming that Darkside and Tokonami ready up in the tanks that they've got chosen right now. There we go, LT it is. And there we go, 3 Type 71s, a Vicus, 2 60TPs, and an LT. That's gonna be interesting as well, though. These, honestly, this is how I like it. When the matches are this close and there's so much riding on it, it's awesome. And let's see. 15 seconds, well 30 now, before we go into the game. No real pressure just yet. Well, there's a lot of pressure riding on pink, to be fair. And let's see. I feel that this is kind of like the battle of the fast tanks. It's theirs to win or lose by capping bases, running around. Rico heading towards the base C area. Where is Svino? He's going towards the citadel. We see Darkside doing the same thing with the Vicus going up the ramp. He's actually taking a position in the town rather than... Oof, Tokonami taking big hit there. Rico definitely doing his job as spotter there. Flame and Drago get spotted. So does Darkside though. And now we have Rico joining in. They don't know where the Vicus is. Base B is being capped by no less than 3 tanks. That's gonna make things very interesting. It does get capped almost immediately there. That will happen with 3. They do lose a little bit of HP for that, but so does Gusto. And Svino has to be careful, because the thing with the light tank is that they lose HP very quickly. Flame taking hit there as well. As does Brain. A is now being capped, which they definitely need. Gusto taking more hits. And Pink leaving base A. Darkside taking a hit. Gusto taking more hits, losing a lot of HP very rapidly to the people on the other side of the map. Darkside as well. But he shoots back and he keeps people spotted. Vicus has now been spotted. Brain losing a lot of HP there. In a very tricky position. Tokonami's lost a lot of HP as well. Tokonami gets taken out. And they're going after JLA next. Big hit there. Into Peppel. Svinograd needs to be careful because he's very juicy. And he is getting farmed here. Peppel's almost gone. Base C has been capped. Base B is being taken. They need this to be a kill shot, otherwise they've got lost a gun. And they do get that kill shot. They do get base B as well. And just like that, Pink is turning it around. Gusto and Brain holding. We have Flame in a tricky position there. At the same time, a very good position if it works for you. Peppel gets taken out after all. And he's now just basically trying to hold them both there. And he is going to get hurt for that a lot. He needs help. Brain gets taken out. Now we have Svinograd arriving. Together with Rico. Kame gets taken out. Memkola almost gone. Needs one more reload. Gets taken out. Base C being contested. Scorpion Drago gets taken out. 3v3. Svinograd dropping down immediately to take that base C, which they really need. And they need to protect base B somehow. Flame decapping that, but takes a hit for that. And that is expensive in this case. Ikra definitely having the point advantage. And just as I said, when Pink turned it around, now Ikra is doing the same thing. Let's see. Rico going after Psychopath Yevgeny. They need those bases and they need them back right away. Rico is a very light tank. But they're not leaving them unattended, and that's the important part here. We have Swino arriving. Going after Varta. But moving on. 920 points. Rico losing a lot of HP very quickly. And he does not get to live. And there we go, 1k points, and the match is for Ikra. Like, if this wasn't Supremacy, it could have gone either way, but both of them are playing Supremacy for a reason. Beautiful little game. Not much damage between the teams here. And now the score is 1-1 and we are moving on to Normandy. Honestly, I hope for more matches like this. This is the kind of matches that I always would like to see. When it's so close and everything is happening and everything can just basically switch like that. Pink now ready with 1 LT and 6 Type 71s. Whereas Ikra is going for a 215B, 4 Type 71s and 2 60TPs. 55 seconds left to go before we go into the third battle. And like I said, there's a lot riding on this for Pink. Pink needs this to ensure victory. Assuming that Split Red Array wins from Gravitas, because that's also a thing that needs to happen then. Let's see, now we just wait. I do want to note again that Ikra is not going for any fast tanks. No lights, no mats. And the LTs have been pretty vital across the competition so far. Both with the spotting and the 20-second spotting skill that they've got. As well as running around and capping bases. We know how dangerous Rico can be in that. Let's see. Dun 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 dun. Which is honestly very apt for this map. Because that dun 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 was basically the signal of the Allied forces attacking, if I remember right. I wish I've remembered that phrase on the radio. Rico spotting Memkola. So they know that there's gonna be people there. C and D being capped. Base B being left alone. Shots fired. No damage has been done yet. Base B is being capped. They need to decap that. And they do decap that. Gatso taking a hit back. But at least they kept him from capping the base. Tokonami staying in the middle. The type with the beautiful camo. Before pulling back now. Rico running around the back. Being content to hold. No one going for A. That's not... This is the button I was looking for. Everyone is holding. Memkola has spotted. So is Scorpion Drago. And I wonder if any one of them is going to try and camp base B. Kame holding in the corner. And we have Rico doing the same thing. Before running away again. Pink has an ever so slight point advantage here. But that's not going to last them long. Even if Ikra were to only stand in the base for a little bit. So something will need to happen. The question is, where will it happen? Scorpion getting shot at. I think we got Tokonami there to keep an eye on base A. And keep that from being spotted. But Pink seems to have no interest in A. And both teams are comfortably holding. Probably trying to outthink the other. And then at some point there will be a push somewhere. Into a base somewhere. Rico going across the beach now. Going to the beach. Maybe not. Gutstow driving over clean clothing there. Repeatedly, but somehow they do not get dirty. This stage there's not much going on, to be honest. Everyone is holding. You see the position sometimes changing a little bit. But overall they hold in the same position. So we're just going to do a little flyover. They're not even blind shotting each other at this time. Most of the time no one is spotted. But they know where people are about. So we have a nice scenic flyover of Normandy. With smoke clouds in the back. Explosions in the air and on the ground. And of course the whole invading army on the beach and everything. And I'm basically just flying around because nothing is happening right now. We do see some reaction taking the JLA. Now basically holding a position there. And they want to take a Memkola Psychopath Yevgeny. There we go. Ikra is making a play for base A. Blind shot into the bush, but that was not the bush that he was at. They know where he's at. They don't know exactly where he's at. But that is 2 guns. They are occupied for Ikra. And Rico is there to try and decap it if need be. If he can, because there are positions where that's not quite possible. And now we have the JLA making that move. You see, there you go. Pink giving the signal. And immediately you see them go. They kept the base. They're going off the dark side. They're losing HP for it. It's not quite going as well as they hoped, I think. I'm not sure why they hesitated with the push. They didn't actually move into it. Scorpion Drago, oof. Flame losing a lot of HP. Now they're pushing after all. They're capping base C. Svinograd losing a lot of HP, so has Brain. Brain in trouble. And if Pink loses it, it's their hesitation that cost them the game. They didn't actually push through. Brain is not going to survive this. Pepple is going to be taken out soon as well. They have 2 bases. If they stay alive. Rico is capping base A. He's doing that thing again. Scorpion Drago is not going to survive this either. He does get another shot in. Base C is being stolen. Ikra still has the base advantage. The point advantage, I should say. Not the base advantage. Scorpion Drago. Being pushed. Gutsto being pushed. They have the 2 bases. Base D is being taken, and that's going to paint the outcome here. Because they're not taking out the one-shots, and the healthy tank's Gutsto gets taken out. There goes Scorpion Drago. And now we just have Rico, who was doing that thing again, but couldn't survive for long enough to make it work. Or at least his team couldn't survive for long enough to make that work. Well done, Ikra. And I think, like I said, it's the hesitation here that cost them the game. They were like, push, no, let's cap, no, let's push, no, let's cap. Okay, we'll push anyway. But by then, Ikra had already responded and they lost the momentum. Quite literally. Wow. And now we have Rico going for the Type 71, no longer in the LT for the second game on Normandy. And Pink going for 6 Type 71s and 1 215B. And on Ikra's side we see a 215B, 4 Type 71s and potentially 2 6GTPs. Let's have a look. Because, like, there's no pressure just yet. But this is definitely not going to be an easy matchup for either of them. And I absolutely love that. As streamer, I'm always hoping for tiebreakers. But can you imagine the stress that must be going on Pink's voice right now, basically between the players and everything? Because if Spit Rennery wins and they do not, then they're out. If they win and Spit Rennery does not, then they're in. And if they both win, then they're through. And if they both lose, then they're through as well. But basically, you don't want to play it like that. You want to play it safe. So you need to win. So let's see. Here we go. And let's have a look. Gegen wir los. Pink heading towards the BC area. Ikra doing the same thing. Brain taking a peculiar position here, not actually going for the spotting near base C. B, I mean. C is being taken. Ikra is going hyper aggressive here. Going into the ditch. Potentially pushing straight away. Oh, big hits there into Kame. And they still kept the base as well. So that's not the advantage that they were looking for. But they still have to be careful. You don't want to overextend now. Brain has been spotted. Basically, the two in the base are also spotted. And Ikra has not kept any bases. Water's crossing over. Psychopath Yevgeny lost a little bit of HP. And now we have Ikra not going for the base cap. They're again going for hyper aggressive push. They want to take them out here. And now we have Rico losing a lot of HP but going down into the ditch. Because he basically has no other choice. Surrounded by tanks here. Does get taken out. And it will be up to Pink to pick up the pieces and take out tanks of their own. But they're not really focus firing. And they're not taking out the low HP. We have Dark side being set upon. But basically he's all on his own. 1v1 there. Because they can't afford to miss the guns elsewhere. The JLA being shot from multiple sides. Tokonami now moving in to take out Gatsto. And we have Svinograd turning around to help deal with Darkside, but losing HP as he does that. The one shots are not being taken out. Gatsto is the second one gone. And Pink. Pink is not... There you go. But they lost Brain as well. And Flame is not going to be long for this world either. And he got actually hugged to death. And it could still go every which way. It's 3 versus 5. But there's so many low HP targets on Ikra's side. Scorpion Drago is in trouble in the middle. Svinograd wanted to pick up some kills. Needs to pick up some kills. Does not pick up a kill. Scorpion Drago being set upon in the middle. Too many guns for Ikra. And I feel that this was Pink's match to lose. And now we just have Pepple, who is holding the base. And is going to get murdered quite brutally here. He does get another shot in. But he takes one as well, and there he goes. Yevgeny puts him out of his misery. But like I said, I feel that this was Pink's match to lose rather than Ikra's to win. There's just that sort of hesitation that is happening. I don't know. Ikra's basically got Pink unbalanced, let's say. 1-3 is the score now, meaning that if Ikra wins the first match on Dynasty's Pearl, then they've got the point for this. And Pink will have to win 3 in a row to get there. But like the focus fire from Pink just wasn't there, and they sort of like split up into all these little battles. Didn't really help each other, then turned around to help each other when they shouldn't have. It kind of looked like they were playing more random than team game here. And like I said, this was their game to lose. And Ikra just made them pay for it. Now for Dynasty's Pearl, we have Pink ready with a Yo, 4 Type 71s, an IS-4 and an LT. And on Ikra's side, we see 5 Type 71s, a 60B and a 215B. And definitely the pressure is on Pink now. Let's see if they can make it happen. Countdown clock has begun. And we're getting ready to go into the 5th game of this best of 7. Let's see. Dynasty's Pearl, quite a small map. Don't particularly like it. Seen someone in the chat wondering about a YOLO move. Rico didn't really have a choice. He was being pushed one way or the other, so he kind of just decided to push one way rather than the other. Pink going towards the base C with Svinograd heading towards A-ish, B-ish area. Not spotting anyone there, but they're definitely there. 3 of them to be exact. Going into the middle. Going straight into base B. Cheeky here. They're going after Flame because he showed him his side. Now is Svinograd getting hits from behind there. I think they're just hoping. They're basically, Ikra's going for full brutal strength here. And they're not focus firing. Pink. This is not the pink we've seen and loved for such a long time. The JLA gets taken out. We have Scorpion, Drago and Svinograd getting into the battle. Gutsto is taken out. There goes Flame. And my game almost looks like. Darkside gets taken out. Svinograd is going in as well. Going after Memkola. That shot did not pen though. Brain has been taken out. Rico is almost gone. Memkola and Rico both go down. And now we have Scorpion Drago bouncing a shot that he really needed to bounce. But it is 4 versus 3. Scorpion Drago does not pen that shot. Now we have Svinograd being basically hacked to death potentially here. Scorpion Drago gets taken out. And there we go. The matchup will be for Ikra. And honestly, very well deserved. They played really, really well. And Pink just seemed lost today. At least in this matchup. This wasn't what they were envisioning either, I imagine. But Ikra just played really, really well. And made them pay for every mistake that they made. Sense weakness, push straight on in. And it's kind of like a no guts, no glory. But they definitely got the glory, and that's the thing. So let's see, that is the matchup up and over. I reckon that the matches will still be going on. The one that we want to know the most is this one, and that is still going. Because that is the one that everything depends on now. So let's see, I'm going to wait for that because I want to know who the top 4 is. Because for this round of numbers, we already know. This round is still going. Ikra was phenomenal today. Very well played. It's been an absolute joy to stream you. So thank you for that. There we go. Appa won. So for Appa, I'm going to get my little scorecard out there. I'm just going to count it this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 points for Appa. So I think it's safe to say that they're definitely through. Raid has also had all their games. And they've won 2. And I do feel for them because they're such a steady clan and they're epic players, and if I were to meet them in random they would absolutely wreck me. That's not the one I was looking for. This is what I was meant to do. That is still going. BPS versus BPS is going. We know, of course, Ikra has 10 points now, I believe. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And it didn't start off that well for them. And that makes it all the more fun to watch, to be honest, because they really got back on their feet and they played so smart, so clever. It's been amazing. So okay, I'm gonna show you another replay and then we're gonna check the scores again. Oh wait, we also can check, of course, the scores from Pink just to be safe. I prefer counting them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is about right with, yeah, that's the same that I had before, so that's right. And this is the thing though, look, if you look at this, no, that's not what I meant to do. If you look at the, why does it do this? I just want to go back to this list. if you look at this, they started with 3 wins, looked so strong, and then they lost 6 in a row, and then they won 4 in a row, and then they lost again. And they've, like, it's not consistent. That's the thing, I think the word I was looking for. And they could have definitely been top 4, and it potentially still can. So yeah, let's just show a replay to pass some time, and then we will check the results again. Let's see. I think I'll show you all of them. What have I got for you? That is fun. If I remember right, I really like this replay. So I'm gonna show you this one instead. Exactly that, Tricky. Tricky just said, whoa, like surgery, just went in and cut out tanks one by one. GG Ikra. And that's exactly what they did. That's the thing. And that's honestly something that I can really admire, because the efficiency with Ikra tonight was phenomenal. But the thing is, when I stream, I'm sort of like feeling for the team, and I tend to not like necessarily root for the underdog, but talk from the perspective of the underdog. And in this case, weirdly enough, Pink was the underdog. So I do feel for them with the way that it's gone, that so much is dependent on basically what happens in another match to decide whether or not they're actually through to the top 4 or not. Or if it's another team. Let's see. We're just waiting for all the scores now. He's just steadily farming here. Boost tank I always find cheeky, but like if you can hit the cheeks, then it works fine. But if they're wriggling their heads, it makes it very difficult to kill them. Let's see. Especially when they're turning like that, that definitely helps. Let's see. T-34 can actually be shot in the head quite properly. But it doesn't mean like it's easy peasy to do so. T26E5 actually blocking him now. That's also GG. And that bounced. Like, and he just... I get wanting a position, but going as far as to push someone else out of it, that's not a good thing. Metal's doing a good job though. There you go. Let's see, 3 tanks left. And that missed. Let's see. You should have him now. There we go. There's the Sioux. There was the Sioux. That's actually a Dutch name from the Sioux. A weird one, but it's Dutch. see. He does get a nice little shot in there. But now he's just holding and the Scorpion's going to get behind them. Well done. Nice little ace there. In a beautiful camo. In a tank that is quite lovely. They honestly need to play with the single shot because I've only driven it with the ultra reloader. And apparently it's much better with the single shot. And let's see, do we have a score yet? So we were waiting on Serenity versus Jokes, that is still going. And of course, BPS versus BPS. Which is definitely tricky. And BPS Spit Runnery won. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 points, so that would mean that Pink is out. And basically, with Serenity, it doesn't really matter. So that should mean that Appa, Serenity, BPS, Spit Runnery and Ikra are all through to the top 4. Kind of curious to see what's happened with the BPS versus BPS matches. But yeah, that should be your top 4. So massive congratulations to them. And that's going to be it for me. So thank you all for watching. Thank you, Raid and of course Jokes. No wait, Serenity. That was like, I was like trying to fight through the brain fog to remember all the names. But yeah, Ikra versus Serenity was pretty much the most fun matchup I've seen this whole season. So that was absolutely lovely. So thank you to of course Ikra and Serenity, and of course Raid as well, and of course Pink as well. And congratulations on the top 4, Appa, Serenity, BPS and Ikra. So thank you all so much for watching. It's been an absolute joy to stream this season. And yeah, I will be launching my my series of competitions soon. So keep an eye open for that. They will run throughout the whole of December. So that should be fun. And yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope you guys enjoyed this season. If you have any feedback for me, please do contact me on Discord. And thank you everyone for watching. And again, thank you so much for the teams, for all the epic gameplay that we've seen this season. It's been absolutely phenomenal. And I hope to see you somewhere around the top 4 somewhere. Have a good evening and thank you all for watching. Bye bye!